Hi, this is Rob Hanley with the Durham Duplicate Bridge Club on Thursday, June the 1st. We have two hands for you today. The first one is number 8. As you can see, I have 14 high card points, 2, 2, 4, 5 distribution. I have a couple of ways I could open this hand. I could open a club. The problem is I'm feeling the hand is almost too good to rebid one no trump if partner bids a major. That would at least get across the balanced nature of the hand, but it really wouldn't help me with how I feel about the hand. If I open a club and then rebid 2 clubs, my club suit's not really good enough. That leaves opening a diamond and then rebidding 2 clubs, which tends to show an unbalanced hand, but my hand is balanced and I have lots of values in those doubletons. So instead of all of those, I'm actually going to open one no trump. And as you've heard me say many times before, when my hand is balanced and I'm looking at a no trump opening, I count length points for my long suit. So in this case, I have 5 clubs, and every card beyond the 4th counts for 1 extra point. That boosts my 14 high card points up to 15 total points, and now it qualifies for a 1 no trump opening. Partner's transferring me to spades. Pretty straightforward. I'm just going to take the transfer. And we're off to 3 no trump. So partner's giving me a choice of games. I don't have an 8 card spade fit, so I'm just going to pass and play in 3 no trump. All right, so they've led a diamond. That's a good lead for me. Hearts would have been somewhat difficult. This will give me timing to set the spades up. So I'm going to duck this around to my hand. Nice trick. And I'm going to start unblocking king, queen, spades. Okay, there's the heart back. I'm not going to play games on the hearts. I only have 4 of them. The best they can split for me is 5-4. There's no point in holding up because it looks like the contract's cold now because of the nice lead. Unblock that queen of spades. Cross back over to a diamond. The diamonds are splitting. That's great. Now I'm going to start running those spades. Get rid of the heart. Now a small club. 1 more spade and another club. And I'm going to play king of diamonds. And another diamond over to me. A club back to the ace. And I think the clubs are actually going to run at this point. And they do. So I actually took 12 tricks. I think West was feeling a little squeezed on the diamonds and the spades, and they had to figure out what to discard. And they probably didn't want to be forced to lead away from the queen of clubs, so they hoped their partner had help in the club suit. Not today. All right, so I managed to take 12 tricks. Now, it's worth noting that if East on my left were to lead the king of hearts, I actually can't make 3 no trump, but here's a couple of things to consider. The proper lead from king, queen, 5th of hearts is not the king against 3 no trump, it's the 6. It's the 4th best. And if they actually led the 6, that would give me another trick, potentially, because the 10 of hearts would hold the trick on this one, and I would actually still take 12 tricks. Always have to lose the ace of spades. All right, let's switch for the next hand. This one is number 15. Partners open a diamond. So I find myself with 5 spades and 6 hearts and 12 high card points. I think it's safe to say this is a game-forcing hand. I love this kind of distribution. And the key to these kinds of hands is always to describe your hand pattern to force a fit with your partner, to let them know how distribution in their hand is, and that way you don't miss anything. So I'm always going to start by bidding my longest suit first when they're not the same length, and that's a heart. 2 diamonds from partners, and now I'm going to follow with 2 spades. Now my partner has already denied holding 4 spades, but my bid still shows 4 spades, but now it promises 5 hearts, and because this is what's called a reverse by responder, it promises a full opening bid, and it is 100% forcing to game. Partners bid 3 diamonds, and so clearly they don't have 3 hearts. They may still have 3 spades though. So how am I going to find out? I'm going to continue to describe my hand pattern, and I'm going to bid 3 spades. And my partner now knows that I have 5 spades, and I must have more hearts than spades, or because if you have 2 5-card suits, you always bid the highest one first. So my partner knows at this point that I have 6 hearts and 5 spades and a game-forcing hand. And we have arrived. So let's see what we get. Okay, so looks like I've got some things to do on this hand. Obviously, I have a club loser I can't get away from. The good news is that because the dummy has the queen and the jack, East will not be eager to continue clubs, so they're going to have to switch after that. Partner does have the ace of hearts for me. I am missing 5 hearts. About 2/3 of the time, they're going to split 3-2. And I'm going to have to do it that way and assume that I have one loser in hearts. So that leaves the problem of the spades. Clearly, the queen of diamonds is covered by the ace and dummy. And how can I deal with the spades? If I'm given the time, I'll play a spade towards the ace queen and stick in the queen, finessing west for the king on my right. And then I will, if that wins, great. If it doesn't, I can always grab a heart return and then rough a spade coming back, just a small one. Now, if you count the spades, I have 5 in my hand and 1 in the dummy. That's 6. So I'm missing 7 spades. And the old statistical adage is that when you're missing an even number of cards, mathematically they will break oddly. So if you're missing 4, they'll split 3-1. But if you're missing an odd number of cards, such as in this case I'm missing 7, the math says they'll split evenly. So I'm actually playing for a 4-3 spade fit on this hand. And I kind of need that to happen because if they're 5-2, I won't be able to rough out those small spades. So we'll start by losing that club. Can't do anything about that. And now they're switching to a heart. Clearly, as soon as they see the dummy, they realize what I'm going to want to do because the robots know my distribution as well. And you don't want to rough with the ace unless you have no choice. And in this case, I'm just going to take the ace so I can reserve that 4 of hearts to rough with. Now, my original plan was to finesse west on my right for the king of spades, but I can't really do that now because if it's sitting with east on my left, they'll win it and continue hearts and I won't be able to rough a spade. So we're going to have to play this a little differently. I'm now going to rough a small spade with 4. Everybody's followed so far. That's good. And now I need to get back to my hand to draw another trump. Ace of diamonds. Diamond to my hand. Rough that low. I'm going to cash the king of hearts now. And the good news is the hearts have split. One of them has the queen, and one person has the king of spades. So I'm going to play the 8 of hearts just to drive out that queen. It makes no difference whatsoever. I'm going to rough this. And now I'm going to play the queen of spades and losing to the king. There you go. The king was offside. And the spades have split. So that's the last outstanding spade. I'll win that. And the rest are mine. All right, so good things happen on that, or if another way to look at it is the statistical probabilities worked out. The heart split 3-2, the spade split 4-3. That's what's supposed to happen on those kind of distributions. And we also forced a game, which is important. You got to find game. All right, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks.